Hi guys, welcome to Law Modules Made Simple and Comprehensive. I am Negrikosa. Today I just woke up and thought to myself, maybe it's time we really focused on how to construct a research-based essay because that is really troubling most of us. So yeah, I think it's time we did the research-based essay. Um, if you're new here, welcome, and please click on that subscribe button. You won't be sorry, and you have nothing to lose. No monthly costs, no charges. You won't lose any airtime or anything. Just click on that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you can be able to get a notification as soon as we have a video on our channel here. And if you are a regular here, well, welcome back. Okay, today we are focusing on the research-based essay. Um, guys, I have noticed that you really can write a research-based essay or any other essay without really planning, because most especially in our assignments, we have the whole world. Okay. We have the whole time in the world to plan our essay, do as much research as we can. So you just need to plan. Then after planning, that's when you are going to construct the real essay that you can submit. Okay, now I just want us to go through the steps of writing an essay. When we write an essay, okay, when we plan, well, not when we write. When we're planning, you first it is really up to you if you want to use brainstorming or mind maps or whatever. Maybe you just want to write it logically like we all normally do. The first thing that you need to do is to type the full title of the topic. Then you underline the keywords on the instructions. By that I mean, okay, let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about. Guys, this is not specifically for ENG. Even if you're doing ENN, you can still look into this. It is very vital and it is very much similar. So I just happened to come across the ENG 101 tutorial later. That's why I used it, but you can also use this information will be useful to you if you are still doing ENN. Okay, by underlining our keywords, I've already highlighted here. I'll just read the instructions, then we pick out our keywords. It says there, instructions, research-based essay. This assignment should be about 500 words. You must underline that, as I have highlighted there. You need to know that you are working for 500 words. You can't write less than that, but you can do more than that. But 500 words it is. Then it further says, find at least 5 academically valid sources. That is a must. You must make sure that you provide not less than 5 sources or references, and include a reference list. You need to also underline that that falls under our keywords. You know that at the end of your essay, you must provide a reference list or a bibliography. At least one source must be from a printed book or journal. You need to look at that as well, underline that as well. Website sources are allowed as a main source only if they are authored articles from journals or books from nationally or internationally recognized institutions. This means you may not use websites such as Wikipedia. Articles from newspapers, magazines, or civic organizations may not be used as a reliable source of scientific information. Websites articles, when written by unidentified individuals or authors, may not be used. So our instructions are very, very vital. We have to look at that so that we can be sure not to make the mistakes of providing of referencing what information that they are not looking for, because we're going to get penalized for that. So yeah, that is how we underline, that is how we pick out our keywords. Then the next step is to brainstorm ideas. Brainstorming ideas, this is the most interesting part of the essay planning, because this is where you start asking yourself about the topic at hand, the topic that you are working on. This is where you really you put your thoughts together, you try to find information. This is a research based essay, so it is a must that you need to reference, and by referencing it means that you need to read um articles, journals, books, whatever, just do a lot of research based on that particular topic so that you can have as much information as you need, Um, okay, let me just try to look for a topic here. Okay, you know what I should do? Maybe I should just quickly read out everything here so that you guys who are doing ENG can maybe try to start on your essay as well, Um, you see what I was talking about? The first thing that I have done there is write their topic, medicating ourselves, What is medicating ourselves? You need to find that out, You need to check on your dictionary, check on Google, check wherever, whatever source that you have. You need to first understand the topic at hand. You can't write about something that you don't understand. How can you? So it says there, Robin Sarah, it is hard to pick up a magazine these days without finding an article. Okay. Article taking or defending some farmer. Ooh, farmer what? Let's see. Hey guys. Okay, let me start from the start. Yeah? Medicating ourselves. Robin Sarah. It is hard to pick up a magazine these days without finding an article attacking or defending some pharmaceutical remedy for syndromes of mood or behavior. These drugs are in vogue because they have shown themselves spectacularly effective for a range of conditions, though their exact workings are not well understood and their long-term effects are not known. Yet, for all the noise we continue to hear about, say, Ritalin for children with attention deficit disorders and related learning or behavior problems, or Prozac and the new family of antidepressants prescribed to the stressed and distressed of all ages. The real debate on pharmaceuticals has yet to begin. From that is on page 300 to 303 of our prescribed book. Based on the above extract, this is part of the instructions, guys. This is where the question is. Based on the above extracts and some of the research that you have also conducted, write an essay in which you discuss 3 negative effects of using drugs for mood or behavior syndromes. Note that this is a course and effective essay. you are advised to read chapter 13 on cause and effects essays. Okay. You are going to read the pages there, chapter 13 on cause and effects of essay. We are not looking at that today. We are going to look at it when we write this essay together. We have picked out our topic and our instruction as well, what is expected of us here. So now you start brainstorming, you start asking yourself questions, you start looking for ideas, medicating ourselves. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, okay. Even if it's a good thing, but here they're asking they want us to write the negative effects of medicating ourselves, then you start doing your research, asking yourself questions and all that, looking for ideas, looking for gathering information, gathering data on medicating ourselves, or maybe using drugs for mood or behavior syndromes, the main topic at hand. So this is how you are going to try and find your ideas, brainstorm. And you do not have to make the mistake of finding irrelevant sources. You need to make sure that you find relevant sources, and you must make sure that you make notes, you quote, you summarize, you paraphrase, you do whatever it takes, and you need to make sure that immediately you find a source that you think that maybe immediately you find an information, some sort of information that you think you can use, make sure that you write that down. I'm talking about the site, where you found it. Make sure that you write the source down. You can't just take out information, write your essay, then at the end of your essay you start looking for sources. No, it doesn't really work like that. That will also help you when you want to do the in-text citation or in-text referencing, and text citation and text referencing. It's going to help you a lot when you do it the way I am saying. You find a piece of information, you note everything down, including the site where you found it, but make sure that it is a reliable source. Avoid Wikipedia, as it is said on our instructions there. Most especially our lecturers are really they really recommend Google Scholarship. They think, or maybe they want us to really use Google Scholarship. They think that maybe there are very reliable sources there and all that. Even if you don't really use Google Scholarship, maybe Google Scholarship is not really you don't really understand it, you don't really know how to use it and all that. It's fine. Just look for information somewhere else in the, maybe you can go to the library, look for books. You can also check for ebooks on your smartphone and all that. Yeah, just try to get as much information as you can, but it must be from a reliable source. Then now we get to the structure of our essay. You know that when we write an essay, our essay must have a topic, introduction, body, and conclusion. Then a bibliography or a reference list. That's how our essay is supposed to be. When we write an introduction, an introduction is it's like a roadmap. This is where you tell your reader what my essay is all about and how my essay is all structured up, how you have structured your essay. This is where you address the topic, what is the main argument, like, you outline your structure, you outline the structure of your essay. You say how your essay is written, you this is where you I don't know how to say this, but maybe okay, you are going to maybe write 1 or 2 lines stating what is the main argument. The thesis, we're going to look at what a thesis is. The thesis, then you start telling us, the readers, that on my essay, I'm going to first discuss maybe, what can I say? Okay, since we're talking about medicating ourselves, on my essay, I'm going to discuss the causes of mood swings, or what, or inappropriate behavior, or problematic behavior, or whatever. Secondly, I am going to look at the maybe natural remedies that do not have after effects, or stuff like that. Then thirdly, I am going to focus on 1, 2, 3. You say whatever. Then lastly, I will discuss this and this and that. Yeah. This is how an essay, your introduction, it's supposed to look like. But you don't have to necessarily write as, like, including the I word, the first what I. No, you don't have to really say that. I'm just saying it because I'm speaking, But when you are writing, you don't have to necessarily add that. It's not, I don't know. Maybe you can, but I don't think you have to. Then we get to the body of our essay. Here you can maybe say something about the topic. Then you start with you write your supporting sentence. You need to start each paragraph. I'm talking about the body name. You need to start each paragraph with a supporting sentence. We're going to look at what that is. And you need to use signposts. Signposts are words like however, moreover, firstly, stuff like that. And there's this I don't know, tutorial letter that I read. It was giving out maybe, I don't know, it was showing how you can use, when to use however, when, how, why are we using it, stuff like that. Also giving out an example when you want to use it in a sentence and stuff like that. It is a very good no, I wanted to say article. It is a very good tutorial letter. I just don't remember which one it is, but I'm going to look for it. And when we write our research-based essay, I am going to try and include it, yeah, so that you can be able to see. Then you need to make sure that your paragraphs, because our body will have to contain maybe 3 or 4 paragraphs, 5, 6 paragraphs. It really depends on the kind of information the amount of information that you have accumulated. So you need to make sure that there's cohesion, between your paragraphs. What can I say? Linking your paragraphs are linking up. You're not talking about this in this paragraph, then you talk about another thing, like a different whole lot of stuff. Everything must have a logic and some linkage. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. Then when you you conclude, when you want to write your conclusion, you need to make sure that you do not add any new anything there. You don't have to add any new information there. You draw major points together. You summarize your essay, the whole of your essay. You look for the main points, for the main facts of your essay. Yeah, show implications for the topic. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, just don't add anything new there. And then lastly, you draft and edit your essay, and then you what you I'm talking about the main essay now. You have brainstormed and did everything, planning. Then now you on a new paper, I can say that. You start drafting your essay, then you proofread, then yeah, everything is okay. You cannot start writing, an essay without planning, because in your introduction, you need to say that firstly, I am going to discuss this. Secondly, I'll discuss that. Thirdly, I'll discuss this. Then you didn't plan. How are you going to know that which one comes first? You can't start talking about maybe the effects without talking about the causes. You need to first talk about the causes, then you talk about the effects. But without planning, you are going to do a whole lot of mess. So that's why I urge all of you to plan. So let us take a look at the thesis, how to construct how to construct a paragraph, and yeah, stuff like that. Okay, now we are on page 13 of the ENG, no, of our academic, the ENG prescribed book. It says here, writing a thesis statement. I want us to tackle this because you really can't write an essay without knowing all these things. It is very, very important that we know all these things. So
Sorry, I don't understand.
yeah, so we need to look at this. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, it says here, your thesis is the main idea that you want to express. A clear thesis statement presents the topic of the essay, and it includes a controlling idea that expresses the writer's opinion, attitude, or feeling about the topic. The controlling idea can appear at the beginning or end of the thesis statement. You know, um, I don't think maybe I don't have to explain this because it's very much clear. Your thesis is the main idea that you want to express. It says they clearly. Um, and it also has to include a controlling idea that expresses the writer's opinion, attitude, or feeling about the topic. Okay, let's say maybe let us look at a different question from the one that I read previously from our tutorial letter. Okay, maybe let's just assume that we have a topic that says buying primary students or maybe kids smartphones is what can I say? Maybe is a good move, then you as a parent. Then you as a parent, you need to agree or disagree with this topic, you know. um Getting your primary kid, or maybe your what, yeah, your primary kid, you know, those early teens, your primary kids, a smartphone is a good move, you know. Yeah, then you need to agree or disagree. um this is where the controlling idea comes in, you know. You need to state whether you how you feel about this, about getting a kid a smartphone, you know. You need to say, you need to state whether you agree with it, with this, or you do not agree, you know. You need to state how you feel about this. You think it's good? Yeah, it's good because smartphones, they help kids with homework and all that. Or maybe it's not good because it exposes young kids to pornography, whatever, you know. Yeah, this is where the controlling idea really works, you know. I just wanted to give out a practical example so that you can get the main point, you know, about this. So you are going to even if you are doing ENG, not even if you are doing ENN and not ENG, just try to get a PDF of this prescribed book. It is very helpful. It just explains everything, you know. It gives everything in full detail. So you're going to read everything on your own, look at all the examples there. It further says here, the controlling idea appear at the beginning or end of the thesis statement. It says the topic, volunteer work, should be compulsory for all high school students. The topic here is volunteer work, and the controlling idea is should be compulsory for all high school students. This is how this person feels, you know. This person thinks that volunteer work, it has to be compulsory. They are so much positive about volunteer work, you know. They're not negative about it, they are positive. But it can, since they're stating there that it can appear at the beginning or at the end of the thesis statement. You can also say you can also start by the controlling idea and not the topic. Extra credits should be given to high school students who do volunteer work, you know. Yeah, so just go through this on your own because I'm trying to save time, you know. Secondly, I want us to look at the topic sentence. Okay, I'll just quickly read this out here because it is very, very vital. Developing the supporting ideas. The next step in essay writing is to plan your supporting ideas. Support is not simply a restatement of the thesis. The body paragraphs must develop and prove the validity of the thesis statement. Each body paragraph has a topic sentence that expresses the main idea of the paragraph. Like a thesis statement, a topic sentence must have a controlling idea. Details and examples support the topic sentence. In the following illustration, you can see how the ideas flow in an essay. Topic sentences support the thesis statement and details bolsters the topic sentences. Every idea in the essay is unified and helps to strengthen the essay's thesis. Okay, everything is just clear here. I just want us to look at this here. You can see yeah, this line. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, it says each body paragraph has a topic sentence that expresses the main idea of the paragraph. You know that you remember that in your paragraph, in your introduction, you stated that firstly you were going to discuss 1, 2, 3. Secondly, you're going to discuss this and this and that. Then make sure that in each paragraph there is a topic sentence that expresses the main idea of the paragraph, not the main idea of the topic, the main idea of what you said you were going to talk about on that particular paragraph. Okay, this is what I think I need to try to, I don't know, yeah, clarify, yeah, just make sure that you understand everything clearly. Yeah. Secondly, I think that we need to look at how to write an introduction, because guys, yeah, kunzima. Writing an introduction. The introductory paragraph establishes the subject of your essay and contains the thesis statement. A strong introduction will capture the reader's attention and make him or her want to read on. Introductions may have a lead-in, and they can be developed in several different ways. The lead-in. I don't have to explain anything there. Everything is just so. Okay. The point of writing an essay is to have people read it. Your essay should entertain, inform, or persuade readers. So, you can try to grab your reader's attention in the first sentence. There are 3 common lead-ins: a quotation, a surprising or provocative statement, a question. Introduction styles. You can develop the introduction in several ways. Experiment with any of the following introduction styles. Give general or historical background information that gradually leads to your thesis. For example, in an essay about gender stereotypes in movies, you might begin by discussing some classic films. Okay, remember, I mentioned something about giving out definitions, This is where you give like the historical background or something, when you give a definition, when you give out a definition of something, you know that you have conquered everything, you have conquered it all, you are at the root of that thing. So you can never go wrong with defining something. But not all topics need definitions and all that. I was just giving out a clear example, So it further says, tell an interesting anecdote or a story that leads to your thesis statement. For example, you might begin your essay about film violence by describing how aggressive your younger brother and his friends became after they watched the movie The Dark Knight Rises. An anecdote is a very short, interesting story, Yeah. That's why they say tell an interesting anecdote or a story that leads to your thesis statement, Yeah. Then it further says, describe something in vivid detail and then state your thesis. For example, you might begin your essay about the beauty myth by describing a cosmetic surgery procedure. This is very, like, this book makes everything so simple, You can't go wrong when you follow all this. It says define a term. This is what I was talking about. And then state your thesis. For example, in an essay about ways to avoid marital conflicts, you can begin by defining a happy marriage. Yeah. Present a contrasting position. which is an idea that is the opposite of the one you will later develop, and then offer your thesis. Your reader will not expect you to present one side and then to argue for the other side. For example, in an essay about abortion, you might begin by presenting the arguments of those who would not agree with your particular point of view on the debate. Pose several questions and end with a thesis statement. The purpose may be to engage your readers by inviting them to think about the topic. You might also you might also ask questions that you will answer in your essay. For instance, in an essay about lotteries, you might ask, have you ever bought a lottery ticket? Why do so many people play lotteries? You know? Yeah, so I'm not going to read out everything there. I'm not going to read those examples there. They are very, very good. They give out a clear understanding of everything. So just try to find this PDF and look it up. It is very, very helpful. Trust me. Finally, I want us to look at paraphrases, summaries, and quotations. Yeah. Um, because when you write your essay, you have to paraphrase, you have to summarize, and you have to quote so that you can be able to include those end text citations and in-text citations. I'm talking about referencing within your essay, not at the end where you provide your reference list, but within your essay, because they really, really urge us to do that. So if you don't know how to paraphrase, summarize, and quote, there's no way that you can be able to do those and references and in-text references. So let's try to look at it shortly. Integrating paraphrases, summaries, and quotations. In a research essay, you can support your main points with paraphrases, summaries, and integrated quotations. They strengthen your research paper and make it more forceful and convincing. A paraphrase is an indirect quotation. It is roughly the same length as the author's original words. When you paraphrase, restate someone's ideas using your own words. When you paraphrase, you say what I am saying, but you use your own words. Most especially when we write assignments on other modules. We don't really have information. We don't really use sources. Let's say maybe PVL. We use that prescribed book that we have there, but we don't really look out for any other information apart from that. We only use that prescribed book and our study guide. So to avoid plagiarism, you need to paraphrase what is written on the prescribed book or the study guide. So you say what is written there, but using your own words. You try to put it in your own words. That's why in most of my videos I read out what is written on the study guide, then I say try to put it in your own words. That is paraphrasing. A summary is another type of indirect quotation. It is shorter than a paraphrase and includes only the main ideas of the original work. When you summarize, you just take the main points. You only take the facts. You don't take unnecessary information. You just put everything very shortly together. A direct quotation contains the exact words of the speaker or writer, and it is set off with quotation marks. This is where you take the direct words from the book or wherever you found your information. You don't change anything. Where there's a comma, you put a comma. Where there's a full stop, you put a full stop. Where there's a capital letter, you write a capital letter as well. You don't change anything, but you must make sure that they are quotation marks. We are going to look at all of these quotation marks stuff when we maybe I can quickly show you, but I just wanted to show you on the referencing. But let's just quickly check it out. Yeah, it says there, this is where I'm going to look. Yeah, here, you see? Yes, there. Quotation. In his book Consumer Behavior, Michael R. Solomon discusses identity marketing, which is, you see those quotation marks there? These little marks here. Yes, these little marks here. A promotional strategy whereby consumers alter some respect of themselves to advertise for a branded product. And then here are the quotation marks as well. Again, you make sure that you include that. You can write these quotation marks here at the where you begin your sentence, then you forget to write these ones at the end. It is very wrong. You are going to get penalized for that if they notice that. So guys, I think we have tried to, yeah, we have really tried to look at everything that we need to do when we construct a research based essay. Please do not ignore this, and please guys, do not be selfish. Please share the link that I gave to you with other students as well. Let us use this information. This information is freely provided for us so that we can use it, but most of you do not open those books, so that's why you do not know where to find all the relevant information. So please guys, let us take into consideration everything that was mentioned here, and please get this book and open it and use it. It is very, very important. On our next video we are going to do referencing, but we're not going to look at a lot of things because there are many things, you know. So I just want us to look at how to reference a study guide, and also how to reference journals, ebooks, newspapers, magazines, and online sources, you know, dictionaries, government and official publications, and also encyclopedias. But encyclopedias and dictionaries are, they have the same the what the same way of referencing, so it's more or less the same thing, you know. Yeah, but the difference with the encyclopedia, it's because they have index books. So yeah, they have index references. Yeah. um okay guys, from me to you is peace out and take good care of yourselves.